out. It's actually kind of jarring that so many people want to speak to me since I went to space recently. Thank you. I really appreciate this. Like, I just came back and there's so many of you already here. I haven't even gotten back home, but my name is Greg something. Yes, my last name is something, if anyone's thinking. Just figure that out. I was born and raised in Middletown, and it was a typical town, you know, it's nice and all that, but when I was younger, I used to look up into the sky at night, and it was just a thing. But eventually, I told myself I wanted to go there. And then I was like, how do I go there? So I asked my parents, and they're like, you want to be an astronaut, honey? I'm like, do I go into space? Is that what I got to do? And it's like, yes. So I'm like, all right, that's it. It was pretty much set into stone after that. And then let's just skip to college, because high school, typical stuff. We all know that.
What was it?
Oh no, it was ordinary. Like,
It was just ordinary.
It was, because I was just so focused on becoming an astronaut that it was just, I need to do this from point A to point B.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
it's just like,
So were you like an athlete and or science geek or what?
I guess, science geek, if you would like to use those terms. Because, I looked at the requirements for an astronaut, and a lot of schooling, they want diversity, but I was like, I was focused on the science aspect of it.
Okay.
And then I decided to pursue a BA in aerospace engineering.
Cool.
And yes, that's actually very difficult. It sounds difficult, it is difficult. And there was a moment though, freshman year, during my finals, that I had like a breakdown because I was so overwhelmed with all this work. And then I decided to look out of my window. It was like 2 in the morning, whatever. It was horrible. Bloodshot eyes and everything. And then I looked up to the sky again. But this time, there were just so many stars. It was absurd. I've never seen a sky like this before. There was like a star for every single person in the world. And I was like, thank you, because I didn't know if this was what I wanted to do. Like, it was horrible. Nothing was good that time. But then I just looked up, and I was like, one of those stars is mine, and I want to go and see it. So then, typical stuff. Again, school and all that stuff. I joined many clubs, and it was good for my resume. And then I passed with exceeding grades. I didn't know how I did it, but I did. And then I decided to pursue my master's because, again, the requirements, you don't need a master's, but it's preferred. So I decided to do that. And then afterwards, just almost no breaks. It was 4 years in the Air Force, but I didn't serve in combat. I decided to be a test pilot because they needed 1,000 hours of flying experience. And I was just like, all right, NASA, I'm gonna do this. So I did. And then finally, after that, I applied. And there were so many people that wanted to be an astronaut, just like myself. But then I knew I had the credentials and all of that, and I was accepted, and it was the greatest feeling. It was just a rush of excitement. And then more years, because I had to do 2 years of training before I was to go up in space. And that was great, because there was only 6 of us. Out of like the thousands of people that applied, there was 6 fellow astronauts that were going to go up with me in this capsule. And whew, I'll talk about the capsule later because it is cramped. But finally, it was there. And I forgot something. I met someone in college that was very supportive of me. She was this fair lady, very, very smart, intelligent. She supported me, and it was just great. But because I was so busy, we decided to break up because it was the best move for us since, honestly, I had no time. I was too focused on becoming an astronaut. But then, after that, it was just, it was little, I was sad for the 2 years for a little bit, but then I finally was up in space. And it was the best thing I've ever seen. The Earth, and everything. I was up there. I was finally up there. I was so happy with everyone there. It was just great. But then 6 months. We had to spend 6 months up there together in a capsule.
Wow.
It was tough, but I was there. No regrets whatsoever. And then now I'm here because it's technical stuff. They wanted me to go to the space station and all that stuff. So I did that. I did my job, and it was great. And now I'm speaking to you guys. And like I said, I haven't gotten home yet. So that's what I've been thinking about in the back of my mind while I'm seeing everyone here. Because there was this guy, John. He bought this bike for me, a tandem bike. If you don't know what that is, it's a 2-seater. And me and my girlfriend used to ride that bike whenever I had time, but we broke up, so it's like, I don't need a 2-seater bike. Like, one person, 2 seats, like, okay. And then John bought it from me, and he was so happy when he bought it, but then a couple months down the road, like, he sold it back, and he seemed sad, but it was just like, it was fine. I was like, okay, whatever. I gave him back his money and all that stuff. And I was curious, so time passes. It felt like it passed differently in the capsule. So I want to see if John, wants to hang out for a little bit. But, who knows? Like, 6 months, something could happen. So, and then and another thing, that girl I was talking about, I want to see if maybe she wants to take her bike ride together, if she's still around. If not, well, then, I guess I'll have John to talk to.
Oh my God.
You're still an active astronaut. I mean, you're not retired.
Oh, no, I'm not. I still have to. Yeah, I still
But
have to.
you like go up for a while, then you
Yeah,
come down.
so.
And, wow. Talking to you, Winnie, as an actor, I think I may have mentioned this before. Forgive me if I have. Have you seen The Right Stuff? The movie The Right Stuff? That's your homework, part of your homework.
The Right Stuff.
The Right Stuff.
All right.
Yeah. It's about astronauts. It's great. You all should see it. Sam Shepard's in it, test pilot.
What are your
The 3
three?
words, right?
Yeah.
Patient, because
Patient.
That took me a while, but I'm an astronaut.
Great.
Hardworking and down to earth.
Ironic.